Steffi Graf's top 5 best performances. Steffi Graf is the only player in Open history to have won all 4 Grand Slam titles 4 times. She has 22 Grand Slam titles to her name. Here are her top 5 best performances. Before we get into the performances of one of the greatest players of all time, I think it's important to acknowledge Steffi Graf's massive fan base and the cult personality she became during her career. Arenas became more popular than many of the male players simply because there was no one better than Steffi Graf when she played tennis. We will discuss her records further below. But she has won 22 Grand Slam titles, the second most in the Open era. And she was ranked number 1 in the world for a record 377 weeks, or 6.5 years. Steffi Graf is the only player in Open history to have won all 4 Grand Slam titles 4 times. This demonstrates her dominance on all surfaces, whether hard, clay, or grass. Nobody has been able to do it since she won all 4 Grand Slam titles and an Olympic gold medal in 1988. In her career, she has won a total of $21,895,277 in prizes. She has a career win-loss record of 900 to 115, giving her an impressive win percentage of 88.7%. Let's take a look at her top 5 best performances. Wimbledon Final, 1995, versus Arantxa Sanchez Vicario. This was Steffi Graf's comeback performance. Otherwise, she would have obliterated her opponents in the final. So it deserves a mention on this list. By then, she had already won 5 Wimbledon titles, and this would be her 6th. Steffi lost the first set 6-4, but showed why she was ranked first by winning the next 2 sets 6-1 and 7-5 to reclaim the title. Steffi Graf demonstrated her comeback ability and once again won the hearts of the fans. (1995) US Open Final versus Monica Seles. The final that followed the Wimbledon final was another of Steffi Graf's best performances, as she was again in a 3-setter that she won. Steffi Graf won the first set 7-6 after a tiebreak, but she lost the second set 6-0 without winning a game. It appeared that Steffi would lose, but she came back in the third set and won it 6-3, giving her her 18th Grand Slam title. Steffi Graf was becoming the greatest with each victory. (1996) French Open Final versus Arantxa Sanchez Vicario. Another Grand Slam final between these two ladies. This time the French Open Final, and they had 6 clay titles between them. This match was one of the most demanding matches in Steffi Graf's career, lasting over 2 hours. Steffi Graf won the first set 6-3, but Sanchez came back strong to win the second set 7-6 by the slimmest of margins. Then came the third set, which went down to the wire, but Steffi Graf won it 10-8, and the French Open as well. (1993) French Open Final versus Marie-Jo Fernandez. Steffi Graf was not at her best in this Grand Slam final, as she was making errors, and as a result she lost the first set by 6-4, which appeared to be a rare loss for Graf. But Steffi stepped up and won the second set in dominating fashion by 6-2, and it came down to the final set, and Fernandez was leading 4-3 in the final set. But Steffi showed her best and won the next 3 games to win it by 6-4 and win the title. (1987) French Open Final versus Martina Navratilova. Steffi Graf's first Grand Slam title came against the then world number 1. And she was only 17 years old when she accomplished the impossible. Steffi was aggressive from the beginning of the match, winning the first set 6-4. The number 1 seed then came back to take the second set 6-4. and it was all to play for. But in the decider, Martina made 2 double faults at 5-3. And Steffi took the advantage. And after a grueling 2-hour marathon and Winnie taking the final set 8-6, Steffi Graf had made history. The first of many in the future.